sure to check out Agelessgeeks for your figures and collectibles. This video and YouTube channel is rated PG-13, so that means this channel is not for anyone under the age of 13. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil18 here, and today we're going to be doing a quick look review of the new Marvel Legends Doctor Doom from Hasbro. And let me know in the comments below how you guys like these videos, if you want me to keep doing reviews like this with specific figures. This isn't how I'm going to be doing my reviews forever. This is just going to be certain figures like Marvel Legends or like McFarlane toys, you know, stuff like that, more like domestic figure brands, you know what I mean? So let me know how you guys like it, if you want me to add stuff, do less stuff in the review. I'm curious to hear what you guys think of it. So starting it off here, let's see all the accessories included with Doctor Doom. He is included with 2 alternate heads, 4 interchangeable hands, then we do have the gun. So we do have the head sculpt that I do like much more on the head right now. This is the one that comes on the figure out of the packaging. Then on the right we have the more classic Doctor Doom head sculpt. And the hood is, I believe, glued onto the head, but I like how they did it so you can still articulate the head without it being restricted. But I definitely do like this head sculpt a little bit more than this one here, and they're very easy to swap out as well. The eyes seem to be painted pretty good on them also. So we do get the 2 alternate heads, then we do get a left open hand where the fingers are clenched a little bit, a right trigger finger hand, and then we do get a pair of fists here, and all the hands turned out pretty good on Doom there. And then we do get his Ruger, I believe this is, and it turned out pretty good. A little warped, not too bad though. And it's just molded in a black plastic, and you can holster it on his holster right here. It just unpegs. Come on, you bastard. There we go. It just unpegs like so, and then you just pop it right in there, and then just peg it back, and there you go. You have Victor Von Doom holstering his gun there. So that's all the accessories included with him, which is definitely a decent amount for a Marvel Legends. Not too bad at all. Now the detail here, I really love the way this figure looks. I feel like this is one of the best looking Hasbro Marvel Legends figures, and I feel like it is one of their more better figures as well. The hood has a nice sculpted texture to it, so does the cape and the green clothing as well. I really dig the way that looks. And the cape, as you see, is a separate piece. It does peg into his back. You can see right there we do have a peg hole, and I believe these are like jet boosters or something. I'm not entirely sure what those are. Not a big fan of the plastic cape. My fiance is making capes for Doom as of right now, so those will be available for purchase soon. But I love the way this head sculpt looks. Very, very menacing looking. And we do get a black wash on the silver part on his face as well, which looks pretty cool. So very nice there. And I do like the way the hood looks. It does have a natural look to it. I like the little droopy piece right there. Very nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout it. Same thing on the cape. The cape looks really nice, even though I'm not a fan of these types of capes. The sculpt of it definitely did turn out pretty darn good. And we get like the chain and medallions on the cape up there as well. And then the torso, I think, looks great. We get some very nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout it. I love the belt and buckle piece. That looks fantastic. I mean, $20 figure, man. Hasbro really does do a nice job with how much they are charging for these figures. And the holster has a nice sculpted texture to it as well. We have a D on there for Doom. And I love the way the metal looks on Dr. Doom here. It does have a little bit of that marbleized look to it, but I do like when some of the figures have that. But I love the metalish look to his arms, the face, and the legs as well. They did a kick-ass job with that, and nice sculpt work all throughout it. You can see bolts or stuff all throughout there. You can see some chainmail under there also, which looks dope. Just really cool looking figure, man. And then the legs turned out sick as hell also. I like the buckle pieces that's holding the armor together right there. That looks so damn dope. Really nice job on this figure, man. But I think the detail definitely turned out awesome on Victor Von Doom here, aka Dr. Doom. So let's go over the height and some comparisons, the articulation, and wrap this review up. Alright, so now for the height of Dr. Doom here. He's actually pretty tall, and it looks like he's around 6 inches and 3/4 of an inch tall. And let me get some figures in here so we can get some height comparisons quickly. So here is Dr. Doom compared to a Marvel Legends Big Time Spider-Man and the new Fantastic Four wave thing, which is the same wave this Dr. Doom is in. And then we do have the SH Figure Arts Infinity War Thanos, and then we do have the articulated icons Blue Shinobi. And I do like the scaling for Dr. Doom here. I feel like Thing could have been a little bit bigger, but they do still scale pretty well, and I like the way he scales with Thanos here. Now let me show you Dr. Doom compared to a few more figures. And then here he is also compared to the Marvel Legends Retro Deadpool, the Mafex comic version Deadpool, the Mezco Deadpool. There's a lot of Deadpool figures in the SH Figure Arts Infinity War Hulk, and I think he scales well with all those Deadpool figures, and he definitely does scale pretty awesomely with the Hulk there. Is awesomely a word? I don't know, but I just used it anyway. Now let's go over the articulation and we can wrap this review up. Alrighty, so now for the articulation here, and before I continue on, I also wanted to mention his cape does make him a little back heavy, as you can see right there, so you do have to balance him out a little bit in order to get him to stand properly. Sometimes the cape just holds him up, depending on how you have him posed, so the cape actually does cause a bit of balance issues, but it also does help stand the figure as well. So for the articulation here, we do get some restricted movement at the head, so you can get Dr. Doom's head to look up about that much. He just pretty much looks straight ahead. It gets hindered by the hood and the cape, and then it looks down really well, as you can see right there. I love the down head movement right there. Very nice articulation with that. Then you get very minimal pivot there, and then of course you do get the swivel. Then for the torso here, we just got a joint at the waist, which moves pretty good though, so you can get Dr. Doom to crunch forward pretty damn good actually, and I hope they use more joints like that in the future. And then it goes back about that much, and then it also does pivot side to side, and then of course it does swivel, which is a little tight on my figure. Then the arms here, they can go out to the sides about that much, a little more than 90 degrees. They do go up and down. We do have true bicep swivel in there, double jointed elbows that bend in pretty much all the way. And then for the wrists, this one does have a hinge and a swivel, so it does swivel and it hinges back and forth. And then the right hand hinges up and down, since it is a trigger finger hand. Now for the legs here, since he has this skirt type piece, it is going to restrict some of the leg articulation, so Dr. Doom can kick forward almost 90 degrees, since we do have a slit on both sides of that skirt piece, and then it does go back about that much. Let's see if he can Jean-Claude Van Damme it. And Dr. Doom can almost Van Damme it. And then we do have the hip swivel, double jointed knees that almost bend back all the way. And then this is a point of articulation I do like that they added, which is a swivel at the ankle, which I hope they do use a lot more in the future. And then the ankles hinge up a really good amount. They hinge down really well. And then we do get an alright ankle pivot. It does get restricted a little bit by the armor there. But anyway, that is my quick look review at the Hasbro Marvel Legends new Fantastic Four Wave Dr. Doom. I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, with the retro Deadpool figure, it's a $20 figure and definitely worth the price. Not my favorite figure line, but this is a dope Dr. Doom figure, and we do not have a really good 6-inch scale Dr. Doom, so if you want to fill that void in your collection, I do definitely recommend getting this. The detail was done really well on this figure, like I said, for a $20 figure. The articulation is alright. We do get some hindered points of articulation, but it does have some improved articulation that I do prefer much more compared to their more basic articulation. And then the accessories are pretty good too. Some alternate hands, an alternate head, and then we do get his gun as well. So I do definitely dig this figure. But if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later.